Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the Dreamhack Masters Fall 2020 playoffs. Everyone's favorite, absolute favorite matchup, or else they don't even understand their own feelings. Protoss versus Protoss, between two of the very best Protoss players in the entire world. Now PvP, of course, is its own very exciting thing to navigate through. But, at the end of the day, it really does come down to it's build order choice, control, and mind games. And I feel like both these players are on a similar level. But let's introduce. Let's say we gotta do the zoom in. Let's do it. Things will start fast. But in the top left, world finalist, the Shield Protoss, the Shield of Ire. He's nicknamed on the Freak SC2 stream and Starcraft team. And one of the most accomplished Protoss in the world. It's stats. And we'll have to see if stats can crunch the numbers well enough to understand what's going on the other side. Because we're joined by a little bit more creative of a Protoss player with some immaculate Oracle control and solid on the Blank Stalkers as well. But we'll see. Because at the end of the day, will he play his trap card? It wasn't funnier in my head. It was about exactly as funny as I expected it to be. It was worth it, though. And just like PvP, sometimes you gotta take a shot and see if it lands. How are we going to start off? Both players with a second pylon inside their very own mains, which is already a pretty crazy start. Protoss versus Protoss, kind of like a bar brawl in space. But where each person in space is controlling a bubble, where they have a jetpack they can control with like a toggle. And another button that they can press sometime every 2 minutes that shocks the other person's nipples. Except one person likes it. And that's what PvP is. Adept Shade's on the way. Now, the entire reason... I always say the entire reason and then back up and say 95%. But 95% of the reason you wall off in this matchup is demonstrated right here. Adepts, bad. Adepts in your base, worse. Adepts in their base, okay, a little better. Bring out the button. Oh my god, look at Trap! Oh, he blocked! He saved the Adept with the other Adept! Oh, sisters in crime. That was beautiful. Now, the Adept's still badly bruised, and this is very risky to send it out like this, but the Adept blocking so the other Adept has time to shade away. Oh, what a play to start this off. And unlike maybe like Has versus Nice, or Parting versus anyone else, I have a feeling this PvP is going to be a lot closer to what passes for Standard. So, it's hard... There's really no standard, but there's more of a standard than there was before Shield Battery Overcharge. Shield Battery Overcharge was intended to help, quote-unquote, stabilize PvP. Of course, I'd say it stabilized... Whoa, okay, alright, yeah, here we are. Well, the Shield Battery can't do anything if they die instantly. Never mind. Nothing's stable. Nothing matters anymore. Bring out... Lower the cooldown on the nipple button. He just... What? He just shaded in, killed 3 sentries and 6 probes. Yeah. And now, he just... I mean... He's... Well, okay, I guess, he just killed the pylon. Uh-huh. So, I guess walling off doesn't matter either. 5 more probes die. Thus demonstrating why it's bad to have Adepts in your base. Now, so So Trap just killed 11 probes for 8 adepts. He also got 3 sentries, which is very costly. That's 300 gas early. And also, just having Guardian Shield is kind of a big deal. So, has Trap spent too much on slinking adepts in, or will he have enough to defend it? And with an Immortal nearly done, Blink is not done for stats. Like, the Immortal shows up, please leave the premises, this is a private domicile. It's like, dude, you got something in your eye, could you blink for a second? Like, wait. So now 2 more adepts get in. Oh, but wait, a twist! This time it's the second movie, and now there's a new character. I present Sir Wart Prism of Robotics Facility. It took him a while to get here. He was supposed to be here in the last movie, but we couldn't get contract rights. We had to spend 100 Vespene gas. It was a whole deal. But now he's here, and now the adepts don't care because... What? I guess he saw the other stalkers. He decided to cancel the shade to try to get more kills and gets 1 more. So the adepts have now slaughtered 19 innocent... 17 innocent probes and 2 probes that weren't so innocent. We know what they did. But the rest, innocent probes. Whereas Stats is like, well, I guess I just attack now. He recalls the Prism for micro potential, which is a lot of micro potential. No, like three Immortals is about 3 times too many for these Stalkers to fight. Like, the Immortals on their own, with their little Dragoon legs and their disproportionately large turrets. Like, 3 Immortals easily beat 10 Stalkers. Like, 1 Immortal, okay, that's fair, that's fair. That's like, that's your classic Rambo movie. But 3 Immortals is just one-sided. But the 3 Immortals are in space with bubble... You already used that. It's something new. Alright? So Trap just has way better and way more units with better upgrades. So on paper, I would say Trap walks up and wins the game. But... Just kill the battery. No one ever kills the battery. Thank you. I guess he might get the Prism, but it's gonna take... Yeah. Okay, so this time the paper was right. He walked up, and then he won the game. Which, I mean... Okay. Thank God, right? Who knows? Wouldn't want something exciting to happen. Well, we still have plenty of opportunities in this best of 5. It could be over in 10 more minutes, or it could be over in 2 more hours. You might be like, Winter, I see the video time, and it's only... Why? Why do you do this? Why you gotta ruin it for yourself? But if you're going to ruin it, you're already ruining it. Like and subscribe. So, just ruin for anybody who didn't already, right? Trap's falling off the low ground. Which doesn't mean it's like some sort of crazy cheese. But actually, expanding to the low ground has really... Since the shield battery has now got the overcharge, the mothership core left hanging. Oh, mothership core. How I miss you. Let us have an ode to the mothership core. No, not that. The mothership core. The best way to have instead of 2 Adepts in your base, losing 1 single unit that could be killed by 3 Stalkers. Ruin the whole game. A crutch such as yours. I miss it so much, because I am also handicapped mentally. Thank you. Every time I think of the Mothership Core, people don't literally, you lose the Mothership Core, you lose the game. So many times it was like, oh, the Mothership Core just kind of went out and died to like 4 Marines. I guess that's that. Like, I mean, Protoss is already very fragile. Speaking of, unlike, well, you know what isn't fragile? Pylons. What if we centered? No, what if we overcharged the pylon? You stop. The thing about Protoss is because it's so fragile means the thing it lacks is mobility and the ability to defend your bases easily, compared to more mobile Zerg or Terran. So there has to be something, whether it be the shield battery overcharge or recall, to balance out the fact that other races might not have as strong of units, but they can move them around more efficiently usually. So that is why that is there at all. That might not be the most elegant solution, but in my opinion, I didn't think I was going to get into a big Mothership Core debate. Hold that thought. Another Adept is in a base. And also, I'm debating myself and the imaginary people who say those things. But if you're one of those people, consider yourself debated. Slammed. But, oh, I forgot. I lost my train of thought entirely. Oh, yeah. It might not be the most elegant solution, but it does make sense. I don't think the Mothership Core was kind of like, we know Protoss has to be able to not lose a Nexus to 8 Marauders in 20 seconds. Or less than, 12 seconds. But it also, you can't be expected to keep, Immortals sitting around your base, so. But we're moving on. To much more advanced strategies like, I have a Warp Prism, I have Adepts. And that's, well, I have a Warp Prism with Adepts. Okay, calm down. Are you high, bro? Only in my Prism. Unlike you in your Pylon, warping in slowly. Alright, so this is now gonna happen. So Trap just used his Warpins at kind of a similar time, which means he doesn't have any. Thankfully, the Immortal comes out, and then somehow the Adepts get themselves walled off by a Pylon. Meanwhile, Trap has Adepts much more coherently killing probes. The shield battery's like, come on, guys. Come on. Why can't I shield them beforehand? It's like, no, we did not budget for the overshield. Oh, no! No! Wait! No! They never die! Oh! Oh! God, 2 force fields and he still lost 2 more probes. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. God. Trap's Adepts are just so much slipperier. Slipperier. More slippery? Ah. He loops them up extra nice. Now stop it. Calm down. Oh, I got my shades on and my Speedo at the pool. And I'm throwing those shades. What? Why did we cut away? Oh, because it was following us. And now Trap is going to attack with a nice amount of supply. Stats? Oh, nope. Just testing. Okay. That was a test run for the Immortals. The Immortals just show up. Everybody else as well. So clean. He just slips right into the main base. Are you gonna force field the ramp or not? Oh my god. The Artosis Pylon! Oh, the ultimate battle! Pylon versus overcharged battery! The overcharged battery outdoes the damage! And now we got a game because he didn't force field the ramp, which is like most of this strategy. Trap went for the throne, and he missed his shot. Oh no! And he left the Immortals! What are you doing? It's a disaster! Trap's Dunkirk is absolutely terrible. He had the game. Like, he needed to force field the ramp and force at least a recall or something. That's what he needed. The entire strat is, I'm gonna force field the ramp, but Trap's like, look at that pylon! There's a pylon powering so much stuff. Ah.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid. It hurts so much.
No, no, the pylon. I'm sorry. Oh, don't. Trap just made a full-on, like, Gold League mistake. I am convinced that if there's a force field on the ramp, well, he probably kills the pylon at least. But the tunnel vision, absolutely devastating for Trap there. Like, Stats didn't have an Immortal at the start of that. And then the Immortal's on the low ground with the Robo on the low ground. He would have needed to recall. Anyways, well, how do you like it, Trap? I was inspired by you. And now, like, it feels like Trap had a finely tuned machine going. And now, well, he's still got something. It's a lot more of a blunt force instrument. As he just shades right onto the sentries. And then decides to walk out of the force field. Come on, Trap, make a decision. What are we doing? There's a bunch of shield batteries behind this. The Stalkers blink forward for Stats to hold the line. The Shades are going for the main. Or not. Some Immortals moving forward. The Shades don't shade. The shield battery overcharge. MVP 2 battles in a row. And Stats walls it in. Meanwhile, Stats chases the Prism. And he's going to lose a lot of Stalkers, but not that many. The Adepts are behind the mineral line. A lot of damage is being dealt, but once again, Trap knocks on the door. And once again, Stats overcharges a battery, which makes him feel very strongly bad about coming through the door. So, Stats hard on his own basin. Why does he not use batteries for it? He always uses pylons. Like, batteries are the same, but they take longer to build. I guess they have slightly less HP. So Stats is now hard-walled in his main. Both players are about even on workers. Trap has lost 1,600 more resources in a game where only about 10,400 resources have been lost, which means those numbers, if you take away, that's about disastrous more resources. He's lost 5 Immortals to 0. We just established. Not a math expert, but that seems bad. That seems like way too many Immortals. That's not like, oh, I lost a couple Immortals and a Prism or something. No, 5 to 0? Are you kidding me? What is going on? Like, you have to work at that. He's like, well, Immortals seem really good. Look how many they're killing of mine with theirs. Wait a second. We had a tech split here. Oh, yeah, Stats is filling in a Templar Archives, whereas Trap, I think correct... oh my god, my nightmares! They just kept blinking. Actually, real talk, I do dream about StarCraft sometimes, usually when I just, like, cast it up until the end of the stream. And in my dreams, I do lose to Blink Stalkers. It's horrifying. It's terrible. And also, sometimes, I lose to Widow Mines, and I can't move my detection. Like, it's in slow motion like a dream, though. You know, like the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, where they're like, it's a dream, though, bro. No. It's definitely a nightmare. Anyways, Stats shows, yeah, Trap, that's what you should have done. Stats just throws his drink in his face. He takes Trap's drink, and he throws it in his face. And Trap immediately taps out. Because, it comes down. It's the pylon. Focusing that pylon. Never have I seen such a clear moment of, this is where you went wrong. Yeah, that's the one. That's the guy, officer. He tried to kill that pylon, but the pylon escaped. Trap was so close to taking like a clean 2-0 as well. Like, it was. I'm pretty convinced, but nope. We're all tied up. Where this series is very much now in doubt. Like, with Trap seeming to have a strong grasp and then letting it slip, and Stats kind of just being behind until Trap threw it away. While this series may be in doubt, you know what shouldn't be? Whether or not you scroll down and like and subscribe, and also ring the bell, though. Like, no one does that and doesn't seem to have any effect, but YouTube keeps recommending you tell people to do that, so ring the bell. So that way, every day, believe it or not, there's a probably StarCraft or a bunch of angry comments video from this channel. Or on Twitch, there's a bell as well. How exciting. You can get a notification. You're like, oh, did a friend text me? And then you realize you play StarCraft. The probes passing in the night. We'll find each other's bases looking very similar, if not essentially identical. Wait. That's such a weird pylon placement. I kind of like it, because he can fit like a... I think... Is this Stats adapting, or is this the plan? Because with this, he can fit a cyber core. Usually if you were to block something with a larger building, you pick a cyber core over a gateway because it builds quicker, and it has more HP overall, which means it starts with more HP and gets it quicker if you really need to wall in a hurry. And it's not like you're not trying to wall out Archons, you're trying to wall out the Depth Shades, and we already know that they're quite well. Is there a synonym for lubricated that doesn't sound worse? They're slippery. It gave me synonyms, and it you know what the synonyms include? Make smooth, smear with oil, cover with oil. These are not how synonyms work. Synonyms are not whole half sentences, which are just worse. That's it's cover with oil is a synonym. Are you kidding me? It's a pretty lax. It looks like you covered that definition with oil and slipped it under synonyms, I guess. Okay. Kids nowadays. It's from Oxford, apparently, which sounds pretty pretentious. Stargates! That's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of my sentence. 6 seasons in a movie. Or 2 movies. But direct to TV and really bad. Unfortunate, right? Like, really bad, though. Warp Gate finishing. Stargate's done. Oracle for blue. 1 gate. 2 gate. No, stop. Just say like a normal sentence, like a normal human being for one sentence. Come on. What is happening? So the Oracle's gonna find the probe. The probe is gonna stand very still, but the Oracle still spots it. Looks like Stats has invested in the minimap DLC. But now the Phoenix moves to intercept. The Oracle dashes back in a zigzag pattern Omega. And now the Phoenix is very committed, but Stats has outplayed the Phoenix in a top-tier 3D chess mind game. But at the same time, Stalkers are warped in, realizing that the Phoenix may have been outwitted. And Stats just goes straight for the stasis, which actually freezes 3 probes, and they were mining gas. Which is going to make it awkward when they come out unfrozen and their jobs are already taken by not-so-innocent probes. Stats looking good this game. So the Phoenix is on the chase like a Scooby-Doo. episode here. It's like, and then I ripped off his mask and found quite a revelation. Blink for both sides. It almost feels like he's following the scent of the Oracle with that pathing. It's like, I smelled he went to the corner. How do you smell anything? You're a robotic, like, vehicle. Smells like vengeance. Calm down! Oh my god! What are you, Jimmy, every time when he needs to do something dramatic in the campaign? It's like, we're going back to Char. It's like, alright. We're gonna take the fight to the Zerg. It's like, that doesn't seem very safe. I don't know why I was following the Phoenix. It was very hypnotic there. I thought I was hallucinating. Robotics facility. Check out my campaign playthrough on this channel. The 10th anniversary brings new achievements and new chances for me to play the campaign quote-unquote wrong. Leave a comment. Tell me how to play. I'll appreciate it. Now, those Phoenixes are hallucinated. I can tell the difference. I'm still coherent enough. Wait. Stop. I don't... Oh, there must always be one. Okay, wake up. But I've never been awake. I'm hallucinated. Metaphor. Remember, we're in Inception. How many times? It's a dream within a dream. Or something. I don't know how many dreams there were. How many layers? Like an onion of time. A lot of people think time is a flat circle, but really it's an onion. Like an ogre. An ogre of time. Shrek was really a time travel movie. Movie? What am I... It's not my fault. They're just sitting there and throwing hallucinated phoenixes at each other. Like, the mind will wander. Just like the phoenixes. That's all that's happening. They're just staring at... They're just peeping right now. Just keeping track. Traps decided this is the time to attack, based on, I don't know, the stars aligned. Is that not a super obvious stasis? Just blink a stalker in. Hallucinate some probes. Like, Trap is about to attack into more units, and better units with less units, I think. Which is not... like a super great strat, in my opinion. He is going to have charge, though. So that might... like, he's going to have charge and he... well, +1's done on both sides. There's still stasis. Disruptors... how many gateways does Trap have? He only has 7 gates, which feels like he really didn't commit to anything there. Oh, there goes the obs. Okay, hallucinated Phoenix. I know. I mean, how else are you going to keep track? Both sides went for a lot of sentries, but not for Quake Templar. The standoff continues. Oh my god! Okay, I'm not crazy. 1 probe and 1 obs and 1 stasis. And like countless hallucinated phoenixes. I thought it had to be more than that, like a depths or something. Oh my god, stop! Stop! I can't tell what's real anymore! Stop hallucinating! I don't know. They just how long will it go? It's time. We're gonna be maxed out. A full on. Oh, he gets a prism. Blood has been spilled. All right. Proportionate response. Oh, what? 1 by 1. We will slay you all. An eye for an eye, and the whole world thinks they're hallucinating. Wait, they are! Stats has only lost 1 stalker. Meanwhile, we're getting the rest of the tech tree. Oh my god, I'm losing it! I'm losing my grip on... Finally, someone dies. Don't... Oh! Did that very, very brave zealot just kill a sentry? It's falling apart. The truce. There's clashes along the battle lines. The non-aggression pact at 10 minutes had expired and suddenly war are declared. It was tenuous anyways. Meanwhile, the center, the first volleys. They promised not to use splash damage, but that promise went out the window when the War Prism died. Oh, nice hit on the Stalkers. Throws another shot, looking for a flank. Trap is on defense. Here it comes in from the top. Where are the Raptors? Stats is holding on to his shots, looking for him. They have to pull back. One more Disruptor. He's almost out of shots, but they're coming off cooldown. Still barely, like, neither player. They're towing. They're testing the waters here, and they find them remarkably calm. But wait. Blinks away. Only one zealot dies. Charge Lance versus Charge Lance. Left to fight it out at the kiddie table. Meanwhile, Stats a tactical withdrawal in the most literal sense. Meanwhile, the big boys having it out. A lot of death can be dealt very quickly to either side. Those Disruptors, like mainlings, but like everything Protoss, bigger, bolder, better, bulkier, and more expensive, and harder to reliably use. 9 versus 9 Disruptors. Oh, loses one, but the rest of the Stalkers blink out. We got a Stargate transition for both sides. Revelation. The standoff continues. Both players are shooting towards a Stargate-oriented play. Neither. Oh my god. Come on. Don't wait for marriage, boys. Let's just do this. Don't say you're gonna wait until you have a fleet beacon before you disruptor each other. We both know what you want. Now have at it. Oh my god. Just do it. Somebody do something. Still like 1, 2 zealots. Like, it seems like a start. There's DT Blink on the way. For Tacidar's sake. He recalls the zealots out. What do you really need to use a recall? It's 5 zealots! It's 5 zealots! You really think a recall is worth 5 zealots? Are you shitting me? What? Do it! Don't let your dreams be memes! Stop with the Phoenixes! Mothership! Oh, don't leave! He was just a small town lot, born and raised in a gateway, taking a lonely gate to anywhere. She was also a zealot, born and raised the same way, taking the charge path, going anywhere. I'm not sure what either side is going for, but I know you don't know either. Someone shoot your goddamn disruptors. I can't take it anymore. Don't stop. Disruptor. What's happening here? Our carriers have arrived. Okay, now we'll fight. War and peace, but mostly peace. Like 95% peace. The carriers are here. Stats now, like, the carriers are gonna force something. The stalkers, a little late on blinking back. A revelation sees the army in retreat. Recall, there's no energy at this base. Trap better not just walk up and win. Mothership here. A little late. The disruptors chase the oh, we're base trading, are we? We're base trading now. There's DTs, but there's an observer. It can see the DTs. Oh my god, time warp. I hear DTs doing things, both sides. So many disruptors and not much else. How are they still maxed? There was money in the bank. The mothership and carriers going to work. This base is gone. This is... There's 9 disruptors. The carrier... Oh, carriers! Carriers! What's going on? Big Stalkers! He's in the main! He's going for the mothership! He's going for the throne! Stats! Trap uses a time warp! There's not much underneath it. Stats doesn't really have much. Where's the recall? If you were ever... Oh, he can't recall because he's building a... Wait, no, he can recall while he's building a mothership? I'm 90% sure. Trap, though, is starting to lose some stalkers. I don't know how this battle isn't over yet. The mothership is seconds away. Carriers pop out. Their brothers! Slaughter them! The stalkers looking for more opportunity. The mothership! A new challenger has arrived! It immediately dies. Well, that was very sad. Trap is starting to get too much damage done, but Stats took the long road from the other side of the map. Why didn't he recall? The world may never know. Wow, really a disruptor. And somehow the supplies are even. I actually don't understand. So, Trap just drove the Spear of a Dune straight into the heart of Stats' base. And I don't understand why Stats will recall probes, but he won't recall... Why is there... Was this here the whole game? I think so. But he won't recall his stalkers. I guess he didn't want to lose them. But anyways, the blink stalkers are here targeting carriers. Oh, Trap, a split second too quick. The disruptors turn the wrong way, almost killing the stalkers. Stats is starting to bleed here. He just doesn't have what he needs to deal with the carriers. The stalkers keep getting distracted. They're still ruptors. They have another shot. He blinks away. The follow through though. No, God! Oh, select all army! Oh, stop hitting yourself! Really though, please stop hitting yourself. You know what? Go back to the piece. Go back to the piece. Stats. Well, what is the income? Trap has an advantage, but now there's no recall for either player. What the Archon versus Stalker fight scheduled for right now. Get your seats. What? What is that? Is that a misclick disruptor will be attacked by both sides, which is fair. I agree. I agree with that move. Meanwhile, the stalkers show up. Disruptors just kind of chasing them. It's not a long chase. I don't know what the stalkers over here too. Oh no, like a campaign mission. Oh, they're DTs. The only detection is death by disruptor, which sounds like a cool band name. Like a heavy metal band for sure. Like a Swedish knitting band or whatever it is. I think it might be Finnish. Disruptors, carrier, there are 2 sky tusk. There's all the black disruptors, stalkers, supplies, stalkers, mothership, disruptor, cooldowns on disruptors, probes, no probes. What? A save.
What a save!
Blink, disruptor in the center mass almost shoots himself. It's unclear who's who anymore. I'm losing track. Disruptor shot. Oh, when they wait this long to have an engagement, then you know they go crazy. Oh, this is why you should shoot disruptors at each other before fleet beacon, everyone. Don't, your mothership said, wait for the fleet beacon. It's better to wait until you have it. And then, well, this is what happens. 12 minutes in, and then suddenly, well, the gloves and everything else is off. on both sides. It's like the disruptor shots are confusing and ridiculous and inconclusive at best. The Stalker fights, the upgrades are way better. Stats has 3-2-2 against just 3 with +1 shields. And that's why Stats is winning the Stalker battles decisively until there's a disruptor to really make things weird. This base living, I didn't think it would matter. It matters. It matters a lot. Stats having any mining right now could tilt this game. Like, he's barely holding on. If he didn't have that base, he's essentially out of my... What's happening? Disruptors show up. Really, is that pylon that important? We're gonna find out. DT, where are you coming from? How did you get here? Oh, it has blink too! Oh, the base! The base! He must hold. He's gotta hold the Nexus. And Trap can't commit enough to actually just dive on it. There are 3 zones. Oh, that's a D. There's another. That's. There are too many. Oh my god. I wasn't intending a spit take, but the fact I was able to contain my water just sounds dirtier than it is, but unlike most of this game. I know. Stats is holding on with Blink Stalker upgrades and control, but is it? Can he? Like, the probes are dying to DTs. The Blink Stalker micro, the disruptor's targeted, and that means Stalker versus Stalker. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blinking profusely. And this battle, nothing in production. Unit count. The DT, the hero Zeratul! He's chopping through the Nexus! He knows all the weak points from his time before he was sent to Shakuras, and the DT, one DT of Stats, will do what Trap couldn't. His entire army was at the base, and he couldn't break it, but one Dark Templar sometimes is all it takes to change everything. Look at the entirety of the StarCraft 2 campaign. Stats is gonna fight. His upgrades, once again, I didn't think they would factor in again, but we're here. The Stats' unit's doing better, but it's very hard to tell during the battle. Oh my god, he's dodging shots! He's dodging individual Stalker shots! Oh! Oh! The Stats is literally fight. He has to dodge bullets. He has to dodge shots to stay in this game. He's still struggling to put enough on the table. Zealots matter. Oh, he gets a... Oh, the Observer! The Observer! Do both sides have Dark Templar? No, only Trap here. A DT. Oh, an Immortal. Stalkers have to blink away! He's losing a lot. Stats is losing a lot. Trap has had enough mining for quite a while. Since the Great Exchange. Why do I have the production tab up, you fool? There hasn't been production for like 12 minutes. That's not true, like 8 minutes. Can 1 DT? Trap doesn't have an observer! He has 0 observers! How? Oh, because he was building an Immortal! There's a... Wait, does it beat a cannon? I don't know. It might, but don't want to risk that. No, Trap... Stats, rather, goes too far forward. We're really in the sniping observer phase. Stats GG's. Oh, oh, well. Oh, that's the kind of video on other sites you skip about 12 minutes in. But then you're very intrigued by the next 12 minutes. I don't... What an insane game. Literally, hallucinating so much. I believe there was a fair use cover of a song in there, but I choose not to recall. the important parts, just like stats. It's not over. It's 2-to-1 trap. Give me a moment. Game 4. Whoa, that's a quick pylon. Whoa! Why do I say it like that? That's a quick pylon. Yeah, that was... Yeah. That made me more uncomfortable than a journey... Is that a cannon rush? He's not gonna cannon rush. It's something, though. Like, you don't get a pylon that quick. Like, that matters. It's not a cannon rush. But his gate is just... Like, 10 seconds really does matter. What is this? He would have sent out a probe. I don't know what this is. Is this like a Super 4 gate? Stats scouting pretty early, off of the first gate. Sometimes you hold off till longer. Yeah, this game will not have 12 minutes of foreplay, everyone. I can guarantee you that. I'm not sure what it will have, so take your chances. Yeah, double gas. It could just be for tech. It seems like it'd be very obvious, but the only option without a second gate is either a Stargate, a Dark Shrine, maybe like double Robo, but I don't think that works. There's a probe. There's a probe kind of giving the whole game away here. I don't think Stats realizes. Stats really, like, I don't think he knows. Like, he should realize that's... Oh, come on. Have some respect. Well, now he's gonna know. Like, there's no second pylon, there's barely any probes, that cyber core is ridiculously quick. I don't think Trap cares. Let the boy watch. He doesn't. He's like, good luck. Stats went for a Nexus before his cyber. That might cost him the series. I honestly, I don't know. You build a Void Ray, right? And then, like, the probe just kind of going around. One Zealot isn't enough. It's not enough. And the probe, come on. Calm down, probe. Come on. Oh my god, the Zealot's like, uh-huh. I thought Trap... Oh, he has... Oh, Battle Probe! You don't actually want to waste all the energy on that shield battery, though. He's going to save the... Oh, yeah, well, that works. Battle Pro! Can he shield better the other shield battery? No, it doesn't give energy. Oh, the Adept just kind of shows up. Battle Probe? Lives. No. Lives. Looks like it was going to die and then comes back in the dramatic sequel. Because he died off screen. Or so we thought. So there's Void Ray, which, when fully aligned, which is dangerous, slows you down, but you gotta be sure you want to commit to it, but, charged up Void Ray easily. Oh, come on! We both know what that was. There's no way that's an intentional gate. That's just to try to force field the Stalker, right? Stats is doing a good job with the micro, but... Oh, shit. What is this is like... Oh! There was a void... There's a... The Void Ray just went in the main, right? Oh, come on. And then it just ends! It just ends! Well, that's a whole different genre there. And thus concludes one of the most The actual most roller coaster Protoss versus Protoss. Like, Has versus Nice is like a blender. You just get thrown in, and no one will live, and it'll be a mess. Like, Neeb versus Estrella was like a big, like a Civil War battle, where huge armies fighting each other. I mean, like a stereotypical Civil War battle. The American Civil War, you know, the important one. And also, but that was actually like boring win, insanity after 12 minutes no rush and then dies. Just dies to Void Rays. Just like that. A proxy Void Ray. Thank you for watching Dreamhack Masters Playoffs Fall 2020. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, ring the bells, and tell me why PvP is the best matchup. Good luck, and have fun.